Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the fourth season of Galactic Empire Work League. There's been a major change in this season.
A
As you can tell,
disturbance in the force,
exactly.
one
As
might
you can
say.
tell, Kyle has either changed completely, transformed, or he's gone. That's the truth. He quit fantasy football across the board. Good for him, bad for us. But the bonus is we have a new co-commissioner, and I'd like to kick it over to you. Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little about you?
Yes, I'm honored. Thank you, Keith, Emperor Keith. Thank you for that introduction. I'm honored to be co-commissioner and a humble servant to the League of Galactic. For some reason, I said yes to taking over this squad, and we will fight. We will fight. We will rise. But yes, I've got my work cut out for me. But yeah, I'm a guy in Arizona along with Keith. Got 4 kiddos. Yeah, I'm just an average 40-year-old man about to go trim some trees on a Labor Day weekend. Other than that, there's not too much to know. But honored to co-commission with you, Keith.
Awesome. You sound like an average 40-year-old man with doing yard work on a Saturday on Labor Day weekend and talking about fantasy football. Sounds about right.
That's right. That's about right.
So,
yep. The way it should be.
Yeah, I guess so. You probably all saw I threw a challenge out there this morning. Each year we try to do something different that's a non-fantasy football specific prize, something that you could win even if you're, say, Josh, who has a terrible team.
No offense taken.
Good. And so this year's challenge is guess how many trades Wally will make. Now, if you're new to the league, you might be thinking, how many trades could a person make in one season, right, Josh? I mean,
3 to 5 would be reasonable.
10 if you're
calculated,
crazy, right?
10 if you're really crazy, but calculated, well thought out risks, not spur of the moment. Yes,
right, exactly.
3 to
that's
10.
because you haven't been in a league with Wally yet. But you are now, so you've probably gotten a lot of requests already. Yeah.
Yes, I got a couple.
Yeah.
Made a trade with him today, actually.
I saw. So the numbers are already being inflated.
Blockbuster.
So guess how many trades that you think Wally's gonna make, and don't announce it anywhere. Send me a DM in Sleeper, and I will write these numbers down, these guesses. And whoever is the closest within 5 on either side of Wally's trade, I will award with $5 at the end of the season. If Wally does not, if no one is close within 5, plus or minus 5, Wally will win the $5. So Wally has even more motivation to go wild and trade as much as he possibly can to overshoot everyone's expectations. So send me those numbers, send me your guesses. But as promised, Josh, the main show here is the preseason rankings.
Preseason rankings, that's why we're here, as I meet my dog barking in the background. We are excited to let y'all in behind the curtain of the rankings for the season as we come in. Keith asked me originally what my rankings were, just to see how close we were. And originally, I had myself in a tier with one other player. He said, no, you're wrong, actually. Your team is so bad, you don't belong in another team with any other player. So, Keith, you wanna start us off with the first tier?
I would love to show you, take you on a journey to the place where the first tier begins. Where are we? It looks like we're at Jabba, as you can see from the title across the top, Jabba the Hutt's palace. And why are we in Jabba the Hutt's palace? Well, it's because this tier is called the pig man in the Rancor pit. That's right. If you remember that scene in Empire Strikes Back, where Jabba throws one of his guards who looks like a pig for some reason into the pit, a giant monster comes out, and the pig man has no hope. He is eaten on the spot. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That is you, Josh Johnson.
That is me. I am the pig man. I am the pig man. I will take it. I will take it. All right. The second tier has 2 players. It is the dismantled C3PO Backpacks. Do you want to explain anything else about the C3PO dismantled backpacks, Keith?
Yeah, there's probably one of the lowest moments for C3PO. He gets shot by stormtroopers and for some reason completely falls apart when he's in Cloud City. I mean, he's pretty stable for most of the movies, but in this instance, he completely falls apart and Chewbacca picks him up and puts him on his back and his legs are all crazy, right? So that's the thought process behind the dismantled C3PO backpacks.
Yes. So just as C3PO needed someone to help him, these 2 players, Griff and Chade, need a little help as well. I don't know who will put them in their backpack and take care of them, help them out, but Griff and Chade need a little help in their own tier.
It's true. And we're continuing our tour of the galaxy here. And it wouldn't be a proper tour if we didn't show up in Endor, or the forest moon of Endor, I should say. And here is where you'll find tiny creatures, but don't underestimate these little fuzzy teddy bears. You may not understand why they're in Star Wars still to this day, because they're so strange, but they're very powerful because they can use rocks and sticks to bring down the Empire. Don't underestimate them. And in this tier of what I call the underestimated Ewoks, we've got 3 teams. We've got Mr. Blake Murphy. We've got Sunshine, aka Ryan. And lastly, we have the pretzel man himself, Aaron Kretzman. Aaron, you've moved up a tier, my friend. Congratulations.
Oh, baby. That's how it's done. That is how it's done. Don't underestimate him. Do not underestimate him. All right, we move on to another one-man tier. Do you have a key picture? Yes. All right. Did we all know this is Boba Fett? And after he is buried in the sand, he emerges from the sand. And this tier is called Boba's Fist, as his fist shoots out of the sand to say, I am still alive. I am a fighter. I am still here. In the tier of Boba's Fist is Russ. Russ, will his team hold up is the question. He comes in with a lot of veteran experience, a lot of savvy veterans. But the question, especially with Zeke Elliott and his compatriots, will they hold up in their old age? But just as we didn't underestimate the Ewoks, it's never wise to count out Boba Fett as well. Right. So, Russ, good luck to you emerging from the sand.
It's still possible, Russ. You got a good team. This next tier, we're moving to a ship, and you can see it's labeled Image, which is pretty cool. And on on this ship is the young man Kylo Ren as he stares deeply into the melted remains of Darth Vader's helmet, and he says, "I will finish." Sorry, I should do more of a Kylo Ren voice. I will finish what you started.
That's good.
Yeah. This tier has 3 teams that have never won the championship, but they have continued to remain in that playoff tier where they are consistent contenders. They could win a championship this year. It could be the year. And in this tier, at the top of this tier, he'll be happy to know, is Wally. The next two guys are me and Josh Weisman. And it's anybody's game here. I think all three of these teams have a shot to be the next champion of this league.
Yes, and I would say just as desperate as Kylo was. Massive father wounds. I can't speak to the father wounds in this tier, but Kylo, big father wounds drove him to desperation to please the dead man who has now joined the Force. Good luck to Kylo holding Vader's helmet tier. And the last tier we have, the top tier. Many of you may recognize what this is, and you can now read what it actually is called. You can find out the name by Googling what is the laser used to destroy planets on the Death Star. It is called the Super Laser tier. Super
creative.
Laser tier. There are 2 super lasers in this tier. And let me read the definition. Super lasers were laser-based super weapons, the primary weapon of the Death Star battle stations. And a super laser could destroy entire planets in one blast. And when we look at these 2 teams, they look like super lasers. They look like super lasers. But let me be clear, there's 2 in this tier, but there's a clear 1 and a clear 2. Wouldn't you agree, Keith?
I would agree.
Yes. And so I'll announce the clear 2, and just let me repeat, not number 1, is Carlos Toro, the clear number 2 of the super laser tier. And number 1, inherited from the man who left, leaving on top, is C-Mac, Chris McKinney, the other newbie, my brother-in-law in Missouri, the clear number 1 in the super laser tier. Congrats to you both.
Congratulations. That is impressive to be a part of the super uncreative name, the super laser tier.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll see how this shakes out over the course of the season. I was pretty close last year, but I did not pick Carlos to win. So I was wrong. I'm just going to pick me to win this year. What do you think? Who's your guess, Josh? Who do you think is going to win? Just looking at all the tiers.
Oh, man. I know Weisman and Toro had huge upsets over you and what is now C-Mac's team. I'm going to go with C-Mac. For the championship. I think he's going to start the season as number 1 and ride it out just like Alabama.
Wow.
To the championship.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
Yep.
There you have it. Thanks, everybody. And we will come at you another time with another video, another day. All right. See y'all.
See ya.